What's up, guys? It is Wednesday and it's time for another Waterfowl Wednesday. And on today's Waterfowl Wednesday, we're going to be talking about mistakes that teal hunters make, new and old. So y'all stick around, stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss out. And Waterfowl Wednesday starts right now. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Waterfowl Wednesday. And on today's Waterfowl Wednesday, we're going to be talking about mistakes that teal hunters make. Now, this applies to new teal hunters as well as veteran teal hunters. But before we get into this video, if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a video. I'm dropping these Waterfowl Wednesday videos every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Time, and I don't want you to miss out. If you don't mind, hit that like button for me. It really helps me out when you do that, and I really appreciate it if you would do that for me. Guys, teal season is almost here. We're about a month or so away. It's going to be here before we know it, and I can't wait. I am so ready. Black Belt Waterfowl Season 2, Got Ducks Will Travel, will kick off this year with teal season. We're going to be on the road a lot. We're going to be in Mississippi. We're going to be in Nebraska. We're going to be in Arkansas. We're going to be back down to Bayou and some salt water chasing some divers. And that's all throughout duck season. Just going to start during teal season, and then after that, when big duck season gets here, we are going to be on the road, and we've got a lot of great content coming your way. So you don't want to miss out. So hit that subscribe button for me. You're not going to regret it, I promise. Now, let's get into this video. Okay, one mistake that teal hunters make is they go out there and they just use whatever decoys they have. They go out there and they throw out their mallard decoys, or they throw out their gap wall decoys, or they throw a mixed spread, mallards, gap wall, teal. And guys, that's okay, but during teal season, that's the only species you can kill. So if you're pursuing teal, you need to be running a full spread of nothing but teal. Whether it be green wing or blue wing, it really doesn't matter. To me, I don't think it makes a difference which one you use. But guys, don't do that. Don't go out there and throw out, you know, 1.5 dozen or 2 dozen mallard decoys. You know, some people say that the teal, it affects them, they'll flare off of it. You know, I've never talked to a duck, so I don't really know if that's true or not. But I do believe in putting out the species of decoys that you are pursuing. So try to do that. Shy away from your bigger duck decoys and strictly use just the teal. I think you'll have better results in the field that way by doing so. Another mistake that teal hunters use is they go out there, they've got all their decoys, all their teal decoys out there, they're set up, they're ready to go, and they see some teal fly by or fly over and give them a look. And the first thing they do is they pick up their call and they start calling to them. And that's great. That's exactly what you want to do. But they're using a mallard call. I can't tell you how many times that I have been in a marsh and there be some other hunters on the back side of a marsh or further away from me, and I can hear them just getting down on a mallard call. Guys, you're calling teal. You want to sound like a teal. Put the mallard call down. If you don't have a teal call, I'll put the link in the description. You can go down there and pick you one up. You don't want to use that mallard call. I've heard them out there just blaring a hail call and doing a machine gun style feed call. Guys, teal don't do that. They don't do it. So you don't need to be blowing that mallard call. You need to sound like the ducks in your spread. If you're running a teal spread, which you should be during teal season, you need to be using a teal call. Leave the mallard call alone. And definitely don't be doing a hail call or a machine gun style feed call, because they just don't do that. They just do a 4 or 5 series of real quick short quacks, and that's about it. So stay away from the mallard call. Put that thing down and pick you up a teal call, and you'll have better results in the field. Another mistake I see teal hunters doing in the marsh, and I've been seeing this mistake over and over and over and over for years. I've had it myself. It was a problem for me when I first started teal hunting during the early teal season, and it's happened over the course of the years when I would take some friends or some buddies with me, and it just seems to be a problem. And I think it really goes back to anticipation and excitement. But guys, first thing they do, you see a big group of 15 to 20 plus teal, they come into your decoys, or they give you a look, they make a few passes, and for whatever reason they don't want to commit, or if they do commit, guys, no one is picking out a bird. You're doing what's called flock shooting. And you know, and then you wonder, man, I can't believe I emptied my gun, I shot 3 times, I didn't cut a feather. Well, that's because you didn't pick out a particular target. You were just shooting at the mass of the ducks. And if you're doing that, you might get lucky and get 1 or 2, but you're not gonna get good shots. You're gonna have cripples, things like that. Guys, stay away from flock shooting. Pick you out a teal and pull the trigger. I try to lean towards the lead bird. He just seems to be a little easier to pick out. I either try to go for the lead bird or the tail bird, just because it's easier for my eyes to fix on that one bird versus trying to pick out one in the middle. So try that. Try picking out the lead bird or the tail end bird. It may make you a little bit better and help you with your flock shooting if you're having a problem with that. Another mistake I see people make, and this really I think more so applies to new teal hunters or maybe younger men who are out there, teenagers especially. And I'm not knocking on you guys, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, because you're young, but this is a big problem and it can get you in some serious trouble, is shooting the wrong species during teal season. I know here in the South we have a lot of resident wood ducks, and I'm sure up in the northern part of the country y'all have got other species that are starting to slowly begin their migration, or they may just be resident birds. And you know, them first couple of woodies come bombing into your spread early that morning right there at shooting light, and somebody jumps up and boom, 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 and they walk out there and they done killed a couple of wood ducks. And guys, you don't want to do that. I mean, that is just that's going to get you in some serious trouble. And I can promise you, I've never had one myself, but I've heard stories. That is a ticket that you don't want to have to pay. That is an expensive ticket. I mean, you're hunting out of season, and that's just, you don't want that, guys. You don't want to be that guy. And like I said, I think that really more so applies to younger men or inexperienced hunters with teal season. They don't take into consideration that we have resident wood ducks and that they are still active, you know, like they would be during duck season, and they're working your spread, they're working your mojos, or they just bomb in there right in the middle of them and catch them off guard, and they jump up and they shoot them and kill them. Got to pay attention. Know your species, guys. You know, if you're new to teal hunting, you may not know what a teal looks like. So that falls back on your scouting. Get out there, find your birds, and be able to distinguish the two while they're in the air versus waiting for them to come bombing into your spread and you jump up on a whim and shoot them and they turn out to be wood ducks. I mean, once you've seen a flock of teal, or just a single teal flying by himself in the air, it's pretty easy to tell the difference between him and another duck. He's so much smaller for the most part. And the main thing is the beat of his wings. He's going to flap them wings a lot harder and a lot faster than your bigger birds. So try to work on that. That is a big one. It's a problem here where I hunt. I have seen it firsthand. I've been sitting in a marsh and I have seen a group of wood ducks fly over me and go across the marsh and then slowly start descending and go into somebody else's spread, and they jump up, boom, 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 and they shoot those wood ducks. And I look at Cade or whoever's hunting with me, and I'm just like, man, those guys, they either one, didn't know, or two, didn't care. And that is a problem. And you need to know your species when you're out there during teal season, because that is the only species that you're allowed to kill. Now, I'm aware some other states have an early teal season and they have an early wood duck season, but if you don't have that, you need to know the difference. Another mistake I see teal hunters make is they get too relaxed, in my opinion. And what I mean by that is teal hunting is a lot of fun. To me, I think it's a lot easier than big duck season, because teal, they respond very, very well to a call. They decoy like they're on a string. They're a sucker for a spinning wing decoy. And I think a lot of hunters, they get too relaxed. They get out there and they don't pay enough attention to their blind or maybe their decoy spread, motion on the water, things like that. They're just strictly throwing some decoys out there, and they got a couple of mojos out and they're like, oh man, that's all we need to do for these teal, and they'll come on in. And for the most part, they're right. I mean, they will, you know, especially if they haven't been pressured and shot at a whole lot, they will. It doesn't take very much for them to commit. But at the same time, guys, don't lose your composure. Think about the little things. Think about your blind. Think about your hide. Are you hid? Do you got motion on the water? Does it look real? What's your decoy spread look like? Are you matching what you're seeing from your scouting reports? I mean, just think about the little things, guys, and it'll help you out a lot in the field. Another mistake that I think teal hunters make, and I don't know if it applies to everybody. I know it does apply to where I hunt, especially in the southern states. Guys, it's teal season is going on the first few weeks of September, and guys, the alligators are still out. They are everywhere around here and in the southern states during teal season. Not only the alligators, but the cottonmouths. So that gives you poisonous snakes that are everywhere, and alligators. Now, alligators typically will not bother you, but they are a threat. Not so much to you, to us as the hunter, but guys, if you're hunting in a place that's got alligators, if you're in a southern state, or maybe in the northern part of some southern states where maybe there's not that many alligators, if there's a potential for an alligator to be there, to be in your area, guys, leave your dog at home. You don't want to go out there and risk a dog being attacked or eaten by an alligator or bitten by a cottonmouth, in a marsh or around a marsh during teal season. I personally don't have a dog, so I don't have to worry about that, but I still have to worry about the alligators, and I do have to worry about the cottonmouths, because we're setting up our blind on the edge of a marsh or in the marsh for the most part, and there's cottonmouths everywhere. They're swimming around. They'll be up in a wad of grass or up in an old log or laid out on a log, and I've been setting my decoys out before and have 1 to 2 alligators anywhere from 40 to 60, 70 yards from me, just sitting there on the water looking at me, watching what I'm doing, because I'm in their house, and they want to know what's going on. What's all this noise going on over here? And they're curious animals, by nature. So you get out there and splashing around, the first thing they think about, there's something to eat over there. Then they're not gonna go away. Now they'll get fairly close, and you can run them off for the most part. But guys, that's a big issue here in the South. I don't really think it applies to some of the guys in the Midwest or the northern part of the country, but down here in the South, you've definitely got to pay attention to the alligators and the cottonmouths. So keep that in mind when you're out there this teal season. That's all I got for you this week, guys. I hope I brought up some points that will help you out, kind of get your gears turning a little bit right here as we approach teal season. Some things you can think about, and maybe it'll make you a better hunter, give you some extra thoughts in the back of your mind when you're out there this season. So if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button for me, hit that like button, tap the notification bell so you get notified anytime I post. And until next time, guys, y'all bust them up.